When it comes to tracking your cycling activities, two popular options often come to mind: smartwatches and bike computers. Both of these devices are built to help you monitor your rides, keep track of your performance, and navigate your routes. However, they are designed in very different ways and serve slightly different purposes. That's why many cyclists find themselves asking, which one should I choose? In this content, we'll go through everything you need to know about smartwatches and bike computers, so by the end, you'll have a clear idea of which one suits your riding style better. Let's start with the most obvious one: screen size and readability. In bike computers, you'll notice how much easier it is to see your data. These devices come with bigger, clearer displays that are designed for outdoor visibility. So, if you're riding in bright sunlight or shady trails, the numbers and all are always right in front of you, mounted securely on your handlebars. You simply glance down, and everything will be in front of you. But with a smartwatch, you're working with a much smaller screen. Sure, it's fine for basic info like time or heart rate, but when you want to check speed, distance, or navigation on the go, things get awkward. You'll have to twist your wrist, lift your arm, and take your eyes off the path. This might be okay for casual rides, but during fast descents or technical trails, it's not the safest move. And this need for clear visibility naturally connects to the next important factor: GPS accuracy and navigation. Well, you can easily relate to this if you're someone who loves exploring new routes or riding in unfamiliar areas. Bike computers are built specifically to handle cycling routes with precision. They offer detailed maps, real-time turn-by-turn directions, and they keep you informed about elevation changes or upcoming turns. Even if you take a wrong turn, the bike computer will quickly recalculate your route and get you back on track. Smartwatches also have GPS, but their navigation capabilities are more basic. They can track your route and show you simple breadcrumb trails, but following a detailed map on a tiny wrist screen can be frustrating. Plus, glancing at your wrist constantly for directions isn't practical when you're moving at speed. So, while smartwatches are fine for short city rides, bike computers are far better for serious navigation needs. Now, if you're someone who doesn't just cycle, but also tracks workouts, sleep, and notifications, you'll want to know about Versatility. When it comes to being a multitasker, smartwatches take the lead. You're not just buying a cycling gadget, you're getting an all-in-one fitness tracker, a step counter, a sleep monitor, and even a mini smartphone on your wrist. For people who like to keep track of their health stats all day long, a smartwatch becomes a constant companion, on and off the bike. On the flip side, bike computers are specialists. They focus purely on cycling and don't try to be your everyday wearable. But in that specialization, they offer far more in-depth cycling analytics, performance metrics, and advanced ride tracking features that smartwatches usually can't match. So, it's a trade-off: versatility in activities with a smartwatch, or cycling-specific depth with a bike computer. And since we're talking about ride experience, there's another practical point. How comfortable is it to check your data mid-ride? Here's where bike computers make your life much easier. Once you mount it on your handlebar, all your stats are visible right in front of you. Speed, distance, heart rate, navigation, everything is there for a quick glance. You stay in your riding position, maintain your focus, and still stay informed about your ride. With a smartwatch, it's a different story. You'll have to lift your wrist, tilt it at the right angle, and often use your other hand to scroll through screens. This might sound minor, but when you're riding fast or focusing on a tricky section of trail, these extra movements can break your flow and even become risky. Speaking of long rides, this leads us to another crucial thing: battery life. If you're someone who loves long weekend rides or even multi-day cycling trips, battery life is going to be a big deal. Bike computers are designed to last. Most models will give you anywhere from 12 to 20 hours of continuous use on a single charge, and some even offer battery-saving modes to stretch that further. You can ride all day without worrying about the battery giving up on you. Smartwatches, however, have a tougher time here. Continuous GPS use can drain the battery in just 4 to 6 hours. For short rides or daily commutes, this might not be a problem. But for longer endurance rides, it becomes a serious limitation. You'll need to think about charging or carrying a power bank, which is just one more thing to worry about. And since we're on the topic of tech, let's talk about how well these devices connect with cycling sensors. Both smartwatches and bike computers can connect to external sensors like heart rate monitors, cadence sensors, and power meters. But here's the difference. Bike computers handle these connections more smoothly and can manage multiple devices at once without lag. They are designed to give you real-time feedback from all these sensors, making them essential for riders who are serious about performance data. Smartwatches are getting better at sensor connectivity, but they often face limitations. Pairing multiple devices simultaneously isn't always reliable, and sometimes you'll experience connection drops or delays in data updates. For casual riders, this might not be a big deal, but if you're training for performance, it's frustrating. And finally, after all these features, there's one last factor that can't be ignored: price and value. When you look at the price tags, smartwatches might seem like the better deal, especially because they offer so many features beyond cycling. If you want a single gadget that tracks your daily activities, workouts, sleep, and still handles basic cycling stats, a smartwatch gives you more overall value for your money. But if your main focus is cycling, a bike computer, even if it costs more, becomes a smart investment. The level of detail, accuracy, and ease it brings to your ride is something a smartwatch simply can't match. So it's really about whether you want a jack-of-all-trades device or a cycling specialist. Let's be honest, there are still some common myths that need to be cleared up. Many riders think a smartwatch is enough for serious cycling, but that's not always true. Smartwatches are great for tracking basic things like speed, distance, and heart rate, but they fall short when you need deeper ride data, advanced training stats, or accurate navigation on long rides. On the other hand, some people believe bike computers are too complicated and only meant for tech experts. But actually, today's bike computers are very simple to use, with touchscreens, easy menus, and quick app syncing that gets you riding without any hassle. In the end, it's not about which device is better overall, but which one fits your kind of riding. If you cycle casually, along with running, workouts, or commuting, and you prefer a wearable that tracks everything, a smartwatch is a practical choice. But if cycling is your main sport and you care about detailed stats, route planning, and real-time tracking, a bike computer is built for that. Plus, it's safer and easier to keep an eye on your data when it's right on your handlebars. So, just think about how you ride, what data you care about, and how you want to use your device on the bike. Once you know that, the choice becomes simple.